Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. I'm Mark.
I'm Tom, and welcome to Empty Cans Podcast. Today's episode is all about catching up and possibly some homebrew equipment, if we have time. We got a lot to catch up on today. There's a lot of things we went through, events, etc. We're going to get into that later. It's good stuff.
Exactly right, Tom. We had that great episode with Matt and Courtney
Did.
from Idlewild, and we were just so blown away. We just had to take a breath.
Yeah, there's a lot of content there. We had to break it up in 2 episodes. There was just a lot of stuff going on in that last podcast. So
There was a lot of stuff. It was good stuff. It was all good stuff.
I learned a lot.
I learned that maybe I need to tune in my little homebrew skills.
Yes.
I apparently have no idea what I'm doing, but that's okay. So let's get right down to the beer news. As many of you may have already heard, County Line did close, and they were bought out by Clairvoyant.
Okay, so that's Clairvoyant's second location, tap room.
Second location,
Right,
yes.
okay.
Right there on Chinden, next to Homebrew Stuff.
Homebrew stuff,
Yeah.
yeah. Nice. Very
And
cool.
Tom,
Yeah,
I'm going to throw something at you here.
throw it.
Okay, what was County Line before it was County Line?
I don't know that.
You got to go way back.
I don't remember what was there. What was it?
It was Kilted Dragon.
Kilted Dragon.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do remember that.
Long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
Unfortunately, I've never been to either one, so
Yeah.
I can't really tell you about their beer, but that's what was there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Good.
Very interesting.
Good history there. Other beer news. Loose Screw was sold and is under new management. So, did a little research on this. The Garcia family purchased Loose Screw. They bought it out from the Hughes family. This location is very family friendly, dog friendly. They have non-alcoholic beverages there for the kiddos. I think they have a little bit of a patio. I don't remember.
Yes.
Um,
Have you been there, Tom?
I have not. I've driven by there
Okay.
many times.
So there was one time I did go there, and they have a great patio because it's kind of like in a breezeway between the next building. Mm-hmm. And they have a bunch of chairs sitting out there. Inside, they've got like this little skee ball game.
Oh, nice.
They've got like a huge life-size Connect 4 where the
Wow.
discs are like bigger than my head.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. It's a
That's
pretty
a big
good
deal.
setup.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's
good
cool.
setup.
That's cool. Yeah, so a little bit more interesting news. They're going to keep all the staff, and they are just going to build on the current business. They thought it was a good platform already, and they're just going to keep it going. So good, all good stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, another thing in beer news, Barbarian finished up their new building on 32nd in Garden City, and they opened it up on the 8th. So pretty cool.
That is cool. I did see that ACHD is doing some road work out there, which is like taking up the whole front of their building, so you got to go in the back way.
Okay.
But other than that,
good
great
tip
job.
for all of our viewers and
Oh, yes.
listeners that are out here. So yeah,
Absolutely. And also, as a reminder, our friends down at Idlewild, Matt and Courtney, they are trying to get their brewery up and running. They were originally looking at the middle of May timeframe to open up as a soft opening. Unfortunately, with some permits and stuff like that, it may bump back down to like the 1st of June.
yep, I
So
saw that.
May have to wait a little bit longer for that coconut carrot
Yes,
sour that we tried.
Absolutely.
I've actually talked to a lot of people since then, and I tell them that we had this episode and we tried the coconut carrot sour, and they're like, "Oh my word, that's great! Oh, I can't
Yeah.
believe it!" I'm like, "Oh no!
You got to try it.
I'm not a sour guy,
Yeah,
but this was pretty awesome.
yeah.
I mean, it was very smooth. It wasn't
Very.
a punch in the face. I mean, it was really good. So I do look forward to that. I don't know if they're going to have their Serrano beer.
They may.
IPA.
I don't know.
No
I
idea.
did see on Instagram they had some batches going, so that's good. So hopefully, maybe they'll have 5, 6 ready to go by June. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe more. I don't know.
Hopefully we can get with Matt and Courtney again before they open and kind of touch base, see how they're doing.
Yep, that'd be good.
and kind of Hopefully let everybody else know what's happening too. Okay, Tom, one more bit of beer news that you may not know about. But the North American Brewers Association is holding a brew fest out there in Idaho Falls.
Yeah, we talked about
Right.
this a couple podcasts
Right.
ago.
A
Yep.
couple of podcasts ago, we talked about the brew fest in Idaho Falls. We couldn't figure out why it was so popular. Mm-hmm. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I recently checked up on it because I'm very curious. I had to check out the lineup. It blew my mind.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
I can't wait to hear this.
Okay, so Two Towns Cider House.
Okay. Yeah.
10 Barrel, Atmos Brewing Company, Big Sky Brewing Company, Bitterroot Brewing, Breakside Brewing, which is good, Bombastic Brewing, Cayman Jack Margarita, Coors, Creekside Hard Seltzer, Deschutes Brewing, E9 Brewing,
E9's good.
Ecliptic Brewing, Edge Brewing, Firestone Walker,
Nice.
Fort George Brewery.
No
Yes,
freaking way.
they just
way.
joined the lineup.
Damn it.
Fremont Brewing,
Holy shit.
Georgetown Brewing.
Oh my
Can
goodness.
you even believe this? Grand Teton Brewing, High Point Cider, Hop Valley Brewing,
Oh, man.
Idaho Farmhouse, Iron Horse Brewing, Jim Dandy Brewing, Lagunitas, Lost Grove, Lumberbeard,
Oh, man.
Mad Swede, Mike's Hard Lemonade, Moab Brewing, Molson, Monaco Brewing, New Belgium, Odell, Paragon, Pelican Brewing, Portneuf Valley Brewing, Red Rock Brewing, Revision Brewing.
Holy shit.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. That's the nail in the coffin. We gotta go. We gotta go.
Revision, and then you got Ray Azul Tequila Soda, Roadhouse, Roja, Roosters, Salt Fire Brewing, Salt Flats Brewing, Samuel Adams, Sawtooth Brewing, Shades Brewing, Snake River Brewing, Snow Eagle Brewing, Spring Creek Brewing, Squatters Brewery, Talisman Brewing, Terminal Gravity, Tia Brewing, Uinta Brewing, Wasatch Brewing, White Claw, and Wind River Brewing.
Wow.
That's a huge lineup.
That's just massive scale. Like, that's huge.
Right. Somehow, I gotta convince the wife that the yearly vacation spot is Idaho Falls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, honey,
Holy crap.
we're going to Idaho Falls. She'd be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe this is just a trip for you and me.
That could be it. You, me,
Maybe.
and an Uber.
Maybe. Yeah, and an Uber.
Right.
Uber when we get there.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Uber when we get there. They have Ubers in Idaho Falls? I don't know.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
Okay.
do. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yes, that is super cool.
We gotta figure that out.
I really got to figure out how we got to get there.
That's coming up very soon.
Very soon, June 4th.
June 4th. Okay.
So you can get tickets right now, $40. When it gets closer to the event, it's $50.
Okay.
But there is no like walk up sales at the gate.
No gate sales.
No.
Okay.
Nothing like that. They do have a limited number of tickets, so once they're gone, they're gone.
Oof.
So I think we need to start thinking about that
We
real
gotta
quick.
figure that out.
Yeah.
All right.
With that lineup, I think we got to go.
That's cool. And bring our equipment. We
That's
might do
right.
Some interviews.
Let's talk to
Let's
some
do it.
really
Let's do it.
wasted people at the beer fest. That'd be great.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
So that wraps up the beer news for this month.
Well, today we are drinking a new beer from Fort George.
New beer, Fort George. What?
New
Tom,
beer,
come
I
on.
know, right? This is called Power Cycle. It's Nectaron. So this is a hazy pale. It's a rotational. I think from what I read, they're changing it up every year. Different types of hops and whatnot. This one, the series is supposed to be more one hop that is dominant in the entire brew. This one is obviously the Nectaron hops. This one is coming from New Zealand. It took about 17 years to actually get the full release on this hop.
17 years.
17 years. Yeah.
On the Nectaron hop
The
itself?
Nectaron hop, yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Pretty crazy. So this hop is more very fruit forward, so good for any of those fruited type beers. Definitely get the notes of passion fruit, peach, grapefruit, and pineapple. I don't really get the grapefruit too much.
Let's take a taste.
Let's
Tom.
take a taste.
Let's
All right.
take a taste.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, it is very fruity. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah, very good.
Very nice. Very smooth.
Very light drinking beer.
What's the ABVs on this?
5%.
Ooh, 5%. This is like an all-day drinker then.
Yeah, it could be an all-day drinker. I could see myself getting in trouble with this one. This one's a little too easy to throw back. So,
It is.
and on their website, 0 IBUs because it's hazy. So,
Okay.
but we talked about it in previous episodes. Not really sure you could really get 0, but
Right.
well,
Right.
you know, whatever.
I looked at some reviews on this beer.
On the beer, okay.
And this is a new beer, but yet there's already been 215 reviews on Growler Guys,
Oh wow,
and it's rated 4.8 stars out of 5.
that's pretty good.
That's pretty huge. But our always good to go, trusty Untapped app, it's got 630 reviews,
Okay,
and it's rated as a 3.9.
okay, yeah, not bad.
So either way, this is a really good, fantastic beer. I really like it. I hope they continue this throughout the summer because this would be
really
really
good.
good.
Really good by the pool.
You know, I've had some other like all day drinkers,
The lower percentage
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. Yeah.
and they're just lacking the hop flavor. Mm-hmm. This one, on the other hand, huge
hop punch. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
really, for sure. Yeah, you really taste those. Fruit.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very
Low
nice.
low ABVs, but super high on the hop flavor. I really like that.
Yep, very good.
Tom, so what have you been up to? I mean, it has been almost 2 months since we've gotten together.
Yep.
And, you know, what have we been up to? Have you visited any local breweries or anything like that?
Yeah, you and I, we went out not that long ago.
yeah.
Couple times. Yeah.
Oh, my word. Unbelievable.
Couple times, so,
you know, things get hazy for me. I mean, if it's not the same day
Yeah.
before lunch, you know, I kind of forget about stuff.
Yeah, so I ended up being the designated driver. So that was cool.
Yeah, that's why I don't remember.
That's why you don't remember. Yeah. No, we went to Western Collective, so that was fun. Cool atmosphere. That place, definitely for the younger type crowd, but definitely really cool. I like the vibe in there. Pretty cool open bar concept. They had the separate areas. We didn't really go too far back in there, but it was
It's
like
kind of weird.
it's kind of boxed off. Like one side was, and the rest of it was all open. Kind of interesting.
Right. And then they got that back patio there.
Yeah,
I mean, they just got a whole bunch of drinking areas.
they do. They're all kind of just different pockets, right?
Yeah.
So you can kind of just hang out wherever you want and kind of feel isolated, I guess. Maybe that's the vibe they're going for. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is
There's
pretty
couches in there. I think there was a couple chairs, love seats, that
Uh-huh.
kind of stuff. Pretty neat. And if I remember correctly, you had the Fantasy Volume 2.
I did. Not too bad. I did enjoy it.
It was pretty good. They served that in like really interesting. It was almost like a wine glass, like a long stem tulip per se. Remember?
You know,
It was-
I had to look it up after we visited that place. I had to look it up. I'm like, what is this glass that I'm drinking out of? And it has a name, and for the life of me, I can't remember what the name is. But that glass is not a full 16-ounce pour.
Oh.
The Fantasy Volume 2, it's not a big beer. It's not high in ABVs, so technically
like 7,
it
right?
should be in a 16-ounce pint glass.
yeah.
But that glass that we drink out of, it's more like 12 ounces.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
12,
Didn't
14
really look
ounces.
like it because it was really tall and
Right.
wide. So interesting that it's only 12. Huh. But what I do know is that beer is very interesting because that is a New Zealand style IPA. They specifically brew that with Marlborough Sauvignon grape skins from New Zealand.
What?
Yeah. Crazy, huh?
Grape skins.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, so you were drinking some grape skin beer. There
Wow.
you go.
grape skin
You're
beer.
fancy. That's probably why they put it in the fancy glass. It's fancy beer.
There you go. Fancy beer. Because of the grape skins.
Right, exactly. Another place that you and I frequented twice now.
Twice. Since the last podcast, twice.
Crazy. Mother Earth, their new tap room downtown.
You know, that tap room downtown, it's pretty bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a decent area.
Yep.
Great patio. The only thing that I can complain about, too many damn people. I mean,
that's good.
That's great for them.
It's good for them. It's
Fantastic
good
for them. Bad for me
it's
because...
good, but it's also good for us because that means they're going to stay open. So
Right.
we can keep enjoying it. I would say the parking's a little lackluster. I mean, there's straight parking down there. I mean, you're talking straight in the heart of downtown.
Right.
So
everything downtown sucks for parking.
Yeah, exactly. The vibes are really cool there. Large outdoor patio area. The seating inside was great too. I thought everything had like a really cool layout. Plenty of seating inside. A couple TVs. That one time we were there, we felt like everybody was staring at us because it was like the only TV in sight. From a couple places. But
I think the Masters.
Yeah.
So everybody's looking at the TV and they feel like they're looking at us.
Yeah. So it was good. I think we enjoyed some of their rotational hazies there the first time and probably the second time too.
Project X, I think was the one that we tried.
Yep.
Do you remember the second time when we went? They had just released a new beer. Do you remember the beer?
I do. It was the Wolf Mother, right?
Yeah.
That's a great beer.
Wolf Mother got it going on.
Yeah,
I tell you, it was really good.
One thing I did enjoy about that beer too was I found myself catching notes of like dankness, like that dank West Coast type IPA. So they tried to incorporate that into like a hazy. So that was kind of interesting. I really enjoyed that. So
So Wolf Mother is a hazy.
Yep.
I mean, and it was really good.
I will say that Mother Earth was a really cool place. They had food trucks there. The second time we were there, they had a food truck. First time we were there, they had street tacos.
Yeah, and they were making them on the grill outside the door.
Yeah. Super good street tacos. I did partake in those. I think they were like $2 a piece, something like that. They're great.
Fantastic.
Great street tacos. Yeah.
$2.
Yeah.
I can afford that.
Right.
It's the only thing I can afford right now.
Right. Everything's going up.
Right. Yeah. It is. So one place that I've been was Twisted District.
Okay, yeah.
I actually went there a couple times. I think I talked about the first time on another episode.
You did, yep.
Well, at work we had this big convention thing, and it was near Twisted District.
Oh,
and they have this shitty lunch. Okay, they serve us lunch, but it's really kind of shitty. It was like a poor man's beef stroganoff.
Okay.
So I looked at my buddy. I'm like, hey, what do you think? Should we take off? You want to go somewhere else? He's like, yeah, please, let's go. So we ended up going to Twisted District. And if anybody's listening from my work, please disregard. But we did have a couple beers. We're not supposed to, but I did have the Equal Parts IPA.
Equal Parts, okay.
About 6.8%, so it's not so bad for a beer with lunch. I didn't go back to the conference wasted as all get out.
Yeah.
Pretty nice and simple.
You kept it cool.
Right. But I had the cheeseburger dog. They have
cheeseburger dog? I'm sorry. Wait. Whoa. Cheeseburger dog?
So Twisted District specializes in gourmet hot dogs.
No shit.
So they got a ton of different types of hot dogs and they put all kinds of different shit on it. This one here, I wanted to be a little bit different, and I got a cheeseburger hot dog, which is like ground beef in the shape of a hot dog.
Okay.
So, I guess I dipped my toe into the hot dog, gourmet hot dog thing, but I didn't go full in.
Did it have like all the fixins on it?
They had all the fixins.
And
cheese, pickles, everything. Fucking delicious.
So it was kind of like having just a hamburger, really. I mean...
But in a hot dog bun.
Yeah, I mean...
And there was so much on it. I had to eat it with a knife and fork.
No kidding. Wow.
Knife and fork type of hot dog.
Well, there you go. I've never had a knife and fork hot dog.
I haven't either. The guy I went with, he actually got the Chicago dog,
Okay.
which had all kinds of shit on it, and he absolutely loved it.
They have like the peppers and all that
yeah.
kind of stuff on it. Yeah. Mhm.
Fantastic. So I do recommend it.
Yeah.
I mean, their food is pretty good.
So what you're saying is you like fancy places, fancy beers and fancy glasses and fancy hot dogs. I mean, geez, you're just high class over here, man.
I do love the fancy hot
Yeah,
dogs.
shit.
I do.
All right.
I love it.
Yeah. All right.
So what other places have you been to, Tom?
Not really. Anywhere else. Mother Earth, Western Collective. We'll get into a little bit more, but we did attend an event, but we'll save that for a little bit later.
A little bit later.
Yeah.
Right.
So
for all of you out there, in case you were wondering, if you follow the Instagram page, you know that recently I went to Seattle.
yes.
Great place, Seattle. A lot of hobos on the street. So that was less than good. But growing up, I've always wanted to live in Seattle. If my job takes me to Seattle, I'm going to go. It's a great place to go. Lots of things to see. We did all the touristy things. We went up Space Needle and everything.
Yeah.
We went to Gumwall. Have you ever heard of
Oh,
Gumwall?
yeah.
Fucking gross.
Disgusting.
So gross. But so cool at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
It's just like crazy. But there's a lot of things to do and see in Seattle. Georgetown is from Seattle, Fremont, Great Notion, all these great breweries up there in Seattle. Unfortunately, I did not get the chance to visit one of these breweries. A little bit busy doing family stuff and just didn't get the opportunity. Luckily, next to our hotel was a place called Teku Tavern.
Teku Tavern.
Teku Tavern, very similar to, say, home brew stuff or the Brewer's Haven. You walk in and they've just got coolers full of beer everywhere. Nice. And they've got tons of beer. I'm just in seventh heaven because I'm looking in these cases and they've got them separated between IPAs, hazies, sours, stouts, porter. I mean, it was all separated. And I'm looking at these and these are like, most of these are all beers that I've never seen before.
That's awesome.
So I'm like, ooh, that is good.
You're geeking out.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at these beers and I see some cans that I've never seen before. And sometimes I have to jump on Untapped to check it out. Like,
check it out.
Hey, is this a good beer? Because, I don't want to get a bad beer.
Yeah, right.
But they did have several beers that I've never even seen before.
Nice.
So I want to say grab at least a couple 4-packs every night and brought them back to the hotel. And the hotel actually had a roof area where you could go up, you bring your own beer, and they've got like fire pits and shit up there, seating up there.
Nice.
And you can look at the city at night. You can see the Space Needle going at night.
That's
and
awesome.
all the whole downtown city. Super awesome. So we did that just about every single night. And it got a little bit expensive because some of these really good beers,
Yeah. They're really expensive.
they cost a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'll get into this a little bit later, but there was one beer that stood out among all others.
Yeah.
When we went up to Seattle, we like to get a hotel very close to the venue. Okay.
Right. That makes sense.
Of whatever
you're doing. Yeah.
That way we can walk and do that, and we don't have to rent a car or get an Uber or anything like that. So we were pretty close to downtown. We were right across the street from Space Needle.
Oh wow.
So I was on my phone and I'm trying to look at places to eat while we were there. And there's one place called Zeke's Pizza.
Zeke's Pizza.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
It was a trip. It's a very small place, so it books up real quick. But we were fortunate enough to go at the right time. And we got right in, and it was kind of crazy. There was this waitress, bless her heart. I swear she was 60 years old, but she had the tattoos, fishnet stockings, like she was 23.
Wow.
Hey, good.
Good on you.
Yeah, good on you. If you want to do that, good on you.
Yeah.
But the one thing I can say, very good pizza and very good beer selection. They did actually have Fields of Green from Fort George on tap.
Oh, man.
So I did get to enjoy that. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
That's cool. So what kind of pizza style is it? Just like the classic pizza style?
I would say it's a very classic pizza style.
Okay. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean, here in town, we do like our, say, wood fire grill pizza. We do love Red Bench pizza. We love our 3-wood pizza, things like that. We do like that pizza. But I will also say, on the exact opposite, I do love the Spitfire pizza.
Yes.
It's the natural Detroit style pizza.
Good pizza.
Shout out to Spitfire. Love you guys. Phenomenal. And I would almost have to say, it's even better cold than it is hot.
I've not had it cold.
Oh,
but
my
it's pretty phenomenal. Yeah.
And the cheese bread that they, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's another episode.
Yeah.
We could do a whole episode on
Oh,
Spitfire.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Very good
All
stuff.
right.
Anyway, the hotel that we were staying at
Okay.
had a quote unquote bar downstairs.
Oh.
And it wasn't much of a bar. There wasn't that much there. They did have some liquor, which I wasn't really into, but they did have some beer, which was Coors Light, Bud Light, PBR. And the one they had, the only like decent, halfway decent IPA was Space Dust, Elysian.
Okay. Yeah.
I haven't had Space Dust in probably 10 years, maybe.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, whenever you
Yeah.
came over to my house and you brought the Space Dust.
Yeah.
I'm
This
like,
was back in the day. That was revolutionary stuff. Yeah. No, I had some Space Dust down in California. We went to Disney, so.
Not too long ago.
That was very prevalent there. Across everywhere we went, the Space Dust was very prominent.
Wow.
It was, yeah.
From Elysian. Elysian's up in
I
Washington.
know. Yeah, I know. It was kind of weird.
Wow.
So, but yeah, it's good though. It's good.
It was pretty harsh. When I had it
I mean-
at the hotel bar, I had the one. I'm like, I can't do it. I've got some really good shit up in my room.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna waste my time on this stuff.
Right.
So I had to leave.
Yeah. That's okay.
Right. So we were up there. My family and I were up there for a concert, and we went to the Climate Pledge Arena. That is where the Seattle Kraken hockey team plays.
Okay.
Brand new hockey team. Just got it this year. It was very nice place. Very nice place. We got in. Everybody wanted some merch, so we had to run in real quick and get in
Yeah.
line to get the merch and
Yep.
everything like that. And then, on the other hand, as soon as we got the merch, it's like, okay, I got to run down and get some good beer,
Yeah.
It's my turn.
Yep.
So they did have it was the Hop Valley Kraken Stash.
Hop Valley Kraken Stash.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like a beer, especially made for the Seattle Kraken.
Okay.
And the first place I went up to, that's what they had. And I'm like, yeah, give me that. That's going to be great. And it was really good beer. So then I'm carrying this beer, and then my daughter, she's got her merch, and my wife, and we're trying to find our seats. And this place is a big place. And we've got some, I don't know if it was a special number or what. It was just fucking nuts. We went around that arena like twice trying to find our
Wow.
seats. There was, in the middle, on each side, there was like a really nice like restaurant and like mini bars in there.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, ooh, fancy. That's the fancy seats.
Yeah.
And so we're like, oh, well, that's not us. So we go around the back side, and right on the border, it's like, okay, we should be right here. And we asked this gal, we're like, hey, we have these seats. Are we even close to where we're supposed to be? Mm-hmm. And she's like, I think that you're on the other side.
Oh shit.
So we had to go to the other side. We go to the other side. It's like, nope, not even close.
What?
So we went around twice. My wife is getting pissed.
Yeah, I bet.
My daughter, she's getting tired because we're walking around a couple times. A lot of people start coming in and everything. My beer's getting half empty.
So you probably needed a new beer by the time you got to your seat.
Oh
I mean,
my-
jeez.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
So then finally we're walking around and we're walking right by one of the fancy places. And I look at the sign and I'm like, well, motherfucker, that's where we're supposed to be. I'm like, hey, right here.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah.
We're right here. And then we go in there and it's like, it was kind of weird. It was different.
Interesting.
It was fancy. I
There
mean,
you
we
go.
didn't buy fancy concert tickets. I mean, pretty much general. We're like one up off the floor. So it's
Yeah.
nothing fancy, but we had to go into the fancy area to get to it. And the fancy area had a lot more beers and a lot more liquor that you could choose from and everything like that.
Ah, okay.
But at that point, it was too late. Concert's about to start, and So it was a good time. We did like that. But out of that whole trip, I will tell you one thing. Great Notion. You've heard about it,
I have.
and you've been wanting some. I didn't really hear about it. I went to Teku Tavern, and I saw it, and I'm like, huh, that looks like a fun can.
yeah.
And I look it up, and it's rated over 4 on Untapped. And I'm like, son of a bitch, that's not just a fun can. That's a fun beer.
Yeah.
So over the past few days, I got several 4-packs of Ripe, Overripe, Love and Ritual, and the Juice Invader. And I just kept buying them. And we just kept drinking them. And I will tell you what, that is my wife's favorite beer of all time.
Did you have glasses when you were there? Or did you drink it out of the can?
We actually had glasses.
Hey, there you go.
The hotel had some kind of cheesy glasses.
Okay.
And we
Yeah.
drank it out of that.
That's fine. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But these beers are something like you have never tried before. They specialize in like hazies and sours. And the Overripe that my wife absolutely loved was very mango forward. And they actually put mango in the beer itself.
Wow.
It was just, I can't even describe it. All those beers are super awesome. We still have a whole bunch in the fridge because she does not want to drink them until it starts getting nice out and sunny and warm, and we can just sit out and drink these really good beers in the nice warm
There
sun.
we go. Yeah.
But at the same time, she's already thinking about, hey, we need to take a trip up to Portland to get some more.
Yeah, right?
Like a day trip to Portland.
Yeah.
It's like 6 hours to Portland. So in 12 hours, we can get there, get the beer, come back. That's an all-day trip.
Probably worth it.
Probably worth it. So Great Notion has several tap rooms, breweries, I guess. They do have a couple of locations in Portland, a couple in Seattle, and one in, I think, Alberta,
Alberta,
Canada.
Canada, yeah.
Plenty of places for us to get some beer. So while we were there, I kept getting the beer, like I told you, and we're on our last day, and I've got all this beer. I'm like, the fuck, I'm going to put every ounce into my suitcase that I can fit in there. And my wife's totally on board with this. I
Yeah.
mean, she wants me to keep
Yeah.
pounding it. She wanted to get more, but I'm like, I think we're going to get over the weight limit on the suitcase, so maybe we should hold back a little bit. So we go to the airport. They measure our bag. It's over the limit.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So I got to take some beer out of our suitcase,
Yeah.
put it into my daughter's suitcase. Okay. And hers is like a soft-sided suitcase.
Yeah.
So we got down below the limit, so we didn't have to pay extra. We take the flight from Seattle back to Boise.
Yep.
We get our suitcase, and we're waiting out for our ride. We throw our suitcases in our ride, and we're driving back home, and it's like, I smell beer. Oh, shit.
Dang it.
This beer had to have exploded on the plane.
Yeah.
Sure as shit. In my daughter's suitcase, one of my cans of beer exploded.
Oh, man.
It just got like a little tiny pinhole leak.
Yeah.
So I did get to save about half. They're 16-ounce cans, so I got like a 8-ounce pour of a really good beer.
Yep.
We had to wash our clothes to get all the
Sure.
beer out of it, but
Yep.
you know, it all worked out. I am sad that I did lose a Love and Ritual can because that was one of my favorites, but I think we're gonna have to go back real soon.
Yeah. Well, I
Great
remember.
place.
I remember coming over right after you came back from that trip, and we got to try those.
Yeah.
And you had to about rip that can out of your wife's hands
Right.
because she really didn't want to.
Right. So
But
my
yeah, no.
wife, the overripe is hers. Okay.
Yeah, that's all hers.
I can
Yeah.
drink my Juice Invader and my ripe, but when it comes to the overripe, that's all hers.
Yeah,
So I let you try the Juice Invader. We tried the ripe,
I did.
and then it's like, okay, honey, please, can we maybe the
Pretty
three
please.
of us
Pretty please. We can all
Please,
just share.
please.
Yeah,
share
Yeah.
the overripe? And she did agree to it.
yeah.
That's how you got to try the overripe.
I was very fortunate and lucky to be able to try that beer, and I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, Amy. No, that beer is great. That
It's good beer.
that just blows away all my expectations of any other hazy IPA. Like, I don't know what comes up to their standards.
You know,
So-
we do still love our Fort George Revision,
Definitely.
Barley Brown. They are some of the best hazies that we've had, and now Great Notion is right up there with the rest of them.
Yep, they are very good. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to take a trip up there to go get some and bring it back. Beer run. We got to do it.
Very long beer run,
Got to do it.
but with two people, I
Totally
think we can
worth
do
it.
it.
Totally
you know.
worth it.
One of us can be sleeping while the other one's
Yeah,
driving.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Long trip.
Yep, for
So
sure.
what else have you been up to, Tom? I mean, a lot of that was me
Yeah,
on my
well,
little vacation that we had. What about you? What have you been up to?
Yeah, me. Just working on school. I'm trying to finish up my degree. Got family, work, obviously.
Degree?
Yeah.
What are you doing, Tom?
Just getting my general business degree.
You're a
My
business
bachelor's.
guy.
Yeah.
Your business degree for your new brewery coming out?
No, not yet. No,
Oh.
I gotta win the lottery before that
Tom.
kicks in. It would be really cool, but you know.
Do you play the lottery?
Every once in a while, yeah.
Okay, all right,
Every
all right.
once in a while,
Okay.
not consistently, I would say.
Okay.
But yeah, no. And then as far as what else, I've been drinking lots of beer. You know, obviously.
Obviously.
Obviously. And then also, breaking news: we're working on a website right now. So that's one other thing I've been working on. So getting a website.
Shit, Tom. A website?
Getting a website.
We are getting big time now.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
Yeah, we gotta expand our brand, my friend.
Yeah, we do. I look forward to that. That's gonna be great.
Yeah. So hopefully.
So we got Facebook.
Yep.
We've got Instagram.
Instagram.
We're gonna have a website.
Yep.
Boy,
Yeah, we're gonna
have to get corporated or some shit.
maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Anyways, so yeah, no, it's gonna be exciting. I think hopefully next couple weeks we'll have that website out, and probably the next podcast we'll definitely share with you guys what we're doing.
Nice. So last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
you and I and others,
Our wives.
right?
Yeah.
The wives and
Neighbors.
neighbor.
Yep.
We all went to the Shade City Brewfest that was held down at the Botanical Garden in Boise.
Mm-hmm.
It was sponsored and brought to you by Lost Grove.
Lost Grove. Yeah.
It was the 22nd and 23rd of April. And it had like this big 70s theme, and you saw some people walking around in the 70s attire and everything like that. One beer token gets you a 4-ounce pour.
Right.
So when I showed up, I went to Lost Grove and I got their
Robot Monster.
Robot Monster. Okay,
Hazy.
great beer.
Yep.
And I got my 4-ounce pour. Mm-hmm. And I was hoping that they wouldn't really measure it out, but they did.
They were measuring.
I mean,
yeah, for sure.
So I got my 4-ounce pour, and that lasted me a good, maybe 20 seconds or so.
Right. Yeah.
But it wasn't until I found you and we were hanging out, and you're like, "Oh yeah, you got to do a
You gotta
double
give
pour."
them a double. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yep. You get a 2 double.
Brilliant.
2 tickets.
I love it.
Yep.
It was great. So after that, I did a double pour for everything.
Yeah.
And that way you can actually taste stuff. It lasts you a little bit longer.
Right. Well, at least it'll last you to the next beer stop, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
pretty cool. Yeah, it was a good event. Yeah, some of the breweries that were there, there was a lot. 2C Family Brewing out of Caldwell, 10 Barrel, Aslan Brewing, Bear Island, Ben Cider, Boise Brewing, Edge, Grand Teton, High Point Cider, Laughing Dog, Mad Swede, Meriwether Cider, Mother Earth, New Belgium, Odell, Payette, Roadhouse, Sawtooth, Sockeye, Spring Creek, Stack Rock Cider. I didn't see that one, but Uinta, Warfield, and White Dog, and then Lost Grove, obviously.
That's
Since
a
they hosted it.
lot
There's
of
a lot.
breweries.
There was a lot. I would say
Honestly, I do remember Stone was there. Hop Valley was there.
Stone was there, yeah.
So there was a few that aren't on that list that were there that I remember.
That's true.
Surprisingly that I remember that stuff.
I know. Jeez.
Yeah, I got
You must have kept it a little bit cool while you were there. Kept a few of those brain cells intact.
I
nice.
did wipe out quite a few of that. For sure.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so it was pretty cool theme. Like, their goal was to employ the zero and low waste at the event, so they asked you to bring your own cups.
I did bring my own cup.
They also had booths in front. If you didn't bring your own cup, you could purchase one for one ticket, one of your beer tickets, so it was kind of cool. They also had some miniature stainless steel cups for sale with one of their nonprofit groups there. I don't know if you saw that. That was kind of interesting.
Do you remember?
I don't remember the group, but I remember it was they were working on like preserving the rivers for steelhead.
Was it Idaho Rivers United?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. So that was interesting. My wife was a sucker for beer cups, and fortunately we didn't get one because we have tons of beer cups.
Right.
Although that would have been really cool for the event because it was just like a 7-ounce cup, you know.
Yeah.
So then your double ticket pours would have been kind of obsolete.
Right.
Anyways, so it was pretty cool. So yeah, they ended up doing a lot of things like food vendors would be using the compostable and reusable utensils and plates. There was a dishwashing station that they had people at where they would wash all the dishes and that kind of stuff. And then obviously the beer tickets were recycled paper too. So
Nice.
Pretty cool.
So what about you, Tom? What did you walk away with
Oh yeah.
at the Brewfest?
Yeah. So very interesting. I thought obviously at a beer festival you got to appease to a lot of different people. So I think they did a really good job at that. Unfortunately for me, like I felt like I gravitated more towards Lost Grove's Robot Monster a lot, which was good.
It was a good
It was
one.
a good beer.
It was a
I
good
loved
one.
it. It was really
Yeah.
good. We tried a couple other ones. They were good. Just not as good as Robot Monster,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I think overall, beer was really good. There's definitely something for everyone there. There was lots of people dressed up in 70s clothing, that kind of stuff. I'm not really sure if they really got any bonus from doing that, but anyways, it was interesting
It's
to
all
watch.
fun.
Interesting,
It's all just fun.
interesting to watch for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, for sure.
There was I remember one guy, he was like wearing a headdress of like hops
Yeah,
and
it
stuff.
was-
That
it
was
was
really,
like a-
that was really cool.
It was like a hop wig.
Yeah, hop wig.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
that was cool. One negative thing I would say about and not really too negative, but about the event was I felt it was a little conflicted depending on where you were between the radio station playing and the live band playing. So they kind of conflicted a
Okay.
little bit depending on where you were in the venue.
Okay.
So, but other than that, I think they did really good. Successful event for sure.
Like you, I went to several different breweries. Usually each tent had at least 2 options for you to try.
Yep.
And a lot of them, I think I had a decent one from Hub. That was pretty good.
I didn't get to try that one.
But then you told me, or no, I think it was actually my neighbor that told me, hey, they've got something, Hop Valley and Stone up the hill. So we're like,
the hill,
well,
yeah.
son of a bitch, why didn't you tell me earlier?
Right.
So we run up there, fucking ton of people up there. It was insane. it wasn't necessarily for Stone Hop Valley, but they had
was
the barrel aged section up there
They
too.
did.
Everybody was in line for
That
that
line
barrel aged
was
stuff.
extremely long.
Super long.
Yeah.
It was insane.
And I would say probably not the most appropriate weather for that kind of beer, but hey, to each their own.
Hey, sure,
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
The weather was sprinkled. It rained.
It did rain for
Actually,
a little bit.
it rained down for a
It
little
did
bit.
for a hot minute.
And I agree with you. The robot monster from Lost Grove.
Very good.
I think I got that more than anything else for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yep. I did enjoy the Aslan one. It wasn't too bad. That was interesting.
Yes.
I've never had it before, so I thought that was really cool.
I think the first time I had that, I was at Gramercy. What was that? The Gramercy restaurant in Meridian?
The grill
Yeah.
place. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had that there, and that was the first time, and that was not too long ago. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, damn, this is not too bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So that was great. It was great to see them there. Mm-hmm. Great to see all the different kinds of breweries there. Our neighbor, they created this whole wooden thing for the
The planter box and
Yeah.
then the display for the succulents. Yeah, it was really
right
cool.
that display that they had. It was like over 140 different little squares, and they put succulents in each little square.
Mm-hmm.
And towards the end, they put up the sign saying, "Hey, take what you want,"
Yep, pretty cool.
and they just gave them away. That was great. It was a really good event.
It was.
I really did like it.
Really enjoyed it.
One thing about Brewfest, any Brewfest, are the toilet situations.
Right. Little lackluster.
In the beginning, I had to wait quite a while,
yep.
and usually at this Brewfest, you're drinking, you're having a good time, and then you wait till the last minute to go get in line for the bathroom, and
Yeah.
then when you're in line, it's like, oh, this can't get over fast enough.
Well, unfortunately for us, like all four of us had to go to the bathroom at the
Right.
same time too. It's
Right.
like, oh man, this is terrible.
Right. So then who's going to hold all of our shit while we're in the
cups.
bathroom?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It was terrible.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, towards the end, right before we left, down there on the, what would that be? The West 40, they had probably 10 Porta Johns. Mm-hmm. No line at all.
Wow.
In the beginning, there was quite a line. Towards the end, no line at all.
Nice.
Got right in. So that was awesome. So I guess it all depends on when you go.
Right. Timing. Timing is everything.
Don't break the seal as long as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
I ended up buying extra tickets for that, and I think I ended up giving some away because I think towards the end I was pretty much done.
Yeah.
Saving room for Mother Earth because that's
Right.
where we went afterwards.
Right.
So,
Afterwards,
yeah.
we went there.
Yeah, so that was cool. We did. My wife and I wanted to try the lobster roll, but unfortunately, we waited too long and they ran out of food. So
Son of a bitch.
yeah, that's okay. It was $26. It was quite a bit.
So I'm sure you're
quite
okay that
expensive.
they ran out.
Yeah.
So you don't have to pay that $26
right.
bucks.
But yeah, next time I think definitely learn our lesson and eat
Before?
close. Well, maybe not right before, but maybe halfway through the event instead of waiting till the last minute. So
Did you get some food after?
we did at Mother Earth. Yeah, it was good food.
Okay.
At
What'd
that
you have?
Ramen truck.
Okay, ramen truck.
Yeah.
Mother Earth.
So we had what did we have? The chicken. It was like a crispy chicken. I don't even know what I would call that. It was interesting. Good though. Did you try it?
I did not try it.
Oh
No, I was too focused on the beer. You know?
Yeah,
I go to a
yeah.
beer fest.
Yeah.
I focus on beer.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
can't get unfocused for
Screw
quite some
that
time
food
after.
stuff. Who
Right.
cares about that?
Uh,
Yeah, not only did we have the chicken, we also had the ramen bowl, which was really good too. But yeah, it was good food, good beer. We had a good time. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
all right, Tom. So Brewfest was great,
Was good. Yep.
but you did buy some merch.
I did buy some merch.
You did.
I did. So I bought a sweatshirt from Boise Beer Buddies for my wife. We went to their booth, fell in love with that sweatshirt, ended up going back before we left, and I bought it for her. Also bought some merch at Mother Earth. Sucker for hats and sweatshirts and whatnot. Did get a sweatshirt from Mother Earth, and my wife got a beanie as well. So yeah, Definitely bought some merch. Kind of expensive, but worth it. Support the brewery. So
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Boise Beer Buddies is a group or organization.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not exactly sure which, but you can buy a card,
Memberships.
a
Yeah.
membership for a year, or you can actually
You
buy
can do
a lifetime.
You can do a lifetime.
Yeah, you
It's
can do the lifetime.
$200.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But you can. They have buddy hubs,
They do.
and during these buddy hubs, you can go to any buddy hub, flash the card, and they will give you like $1 off a pint, or your first one's free, or stuff like that. All kinds of different discounts
Yep.
for different breweries or
Yeah.
things like that, which is fantastic.
Pretty cool.
Everybody, you can email us at mtcans2022@gmail.com. You can hit us up on Instagram or Facebook at mt_cans. And coming soon,
The website.
the website.
Super excited about that. So that'll be
That's
good.
gonna be great.
It'll have links to our Instagram, our Facebook, all that kind of stuff.
Hopefully, pretty soon, we're going to get some merch out there for everybody. Hats, T-shirts,
Yes.
everything. I don't know.
We got to figure it out, but we're
gotta figure it out.
We're getting there.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
getting there.
Slowly getting there, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, everybody. We're gonna wrap this up.
Oh, is it time for the quote?
Time for the quote.
Oh, I love the quote.
All right. Today's quote comes from Ray Bradbury. You may know him from some books, some movies, some short stories like The Martian Chronicles.
The one that I remember him from, I'm a little bit older, so the one I remember is Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Okay.
Have
yep.
you seen that movie?
I have not, actually.
I think it's a Disney movie,
Okay.
but it will blow your socks off. You'd be surprised. It's a classic. It's got to be a classic. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
We're going back to the quote.
Ray Bradbury.
Here we go. Quote is, beer's intellectual. What a shame so many idiots drink it.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know what to say about
Yeah.
it.
I'm speechless right now.
I can be part of that group sometimes, too.
Well, sometimes. Yeah. When you're Mike, when I'm Mike,
When
you're
you're
part of that.
Mike.
When you're Tim,
And
you're
I'm
part of
Tim.
that group.
Yeah, exactly.
For sure.
For sure.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We do have some exciting things coming up, and we hope to talk to some exciting people in the very near future. Have some very exciting episodes coming up.
Yes.
So be sure to tune in.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Thank you.